Empower, support, love. That's true beauty.
Allowing God to use me to inspire others.
She is clothed with strength and dignity.
Welcome to Sister Sis.
Hey, y'all. Did y'all miss us? Because we missed you. Look, watch, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sister Sis 1988, as well as follow us on all our social media platforms at Sister Sis 1988. We are so excited today, so humbled and so proud. We got these black men to my left over here that has came to be guests on our show, and today's topic will be gender roles. So, with that being said, we want to talk about gender roles because it is a prime subject in today's world. So many men and women are switching the roles in relationships. So one of the men are married and two are single. So we're going to kind of get both sides, how a single man feels about gender roles, as well as how a married man feels about gender roles. So let me go ahead, turn to my left here and say thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So first guy over here, you can tell he about 6'10", sitting over here on his left is Mr. Norris Johnson. Mr. Norris Johnson is from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And then we have Mr. Larry Robinson. Mr. Larry Robinson is from Fort Worth.
Welcome.
And then we have Mr. Perry James over here in the white shirt. PJ. Are you from Fort Worth?
PJ.
Nola. We have another Nola here. You don't even sound like it.
Business voice.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
The business voice. Get the business.
It's
I
hard for the
mean,
voice.
seriously. So
Welcome,
welcome,
welcome.
guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go
Thank
ahead
you.
and let you tell just a little bit about yourself, just a small synopsis, and things like that, and then we're gonna go ahead and start asking you guys these questions. Norris, you can go first.
All right. Like she said, my name is Norris Johnson. I'm the married one of the bunch. I've been married 24 years.
Amen.
I've got 3 kids. Got a brand new grandchild as well. I am the business owner of INJ Installation and Security. I'm a Christian artist for INJ Music, which I'm the owner as well. So that's about it.
Okay, Mr. Larry.
All right, my name is Larry Robinson. I'm an architect, lumber designer. I was married twice, have 1 kid, and now I'm just single. In the streets.
Okay.
In the streets.
If y'all looking.
You see how he being honest about it? That's what I'm talking about. Just be in your truth.
In the streets.
Be in your truth. Okay, Mr. Perry.
Unlike Larry. I'm Perry James. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been in Dallas area for about maybe 7 to 8 years now. I have had long years or long relationships, or a relationship, and just recently got out of that. So I'm just trying to, bounce back and try to recover from all of that stuff as well. So.
Okay, appreciate it. My people are from Tallulah. That's where my people are. Why'd you do that for? Did you see that? That's a good one. All right.
Welcome, thank you guys.
Welcome.
Yes.
So we're going to let Miss Toya get on with the questions.
All right. So number 1, do you guys believe in traditional gender roles? Like the women do the cooking and the cleaning, and the men do the taking out the trash, cutting the grass,
And the working.
Yeah.
Guess I'll start.
Yes. I talk too much.
No, so I'm an old school kind of guy.
Okay.
Like that's kind of what we grew up on. Like, mom's was cleaning, but I had a single mother, so she was doing pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so my grandmother, my grandfather, that's how they grew up. And when you're kids, you stay with the grandparents all the time, and that's what I was brought up on. Not saying nothing is wrong with if that's not how you are, but I'm traditional. However, like I said, I've been married for a long time. So at the end of the day, stuff got to get done. So I'm not going to say, I'm not going to wash these dishes because that's your job. It's got to get done. It's several days that I don't wake up and my wife takes the trash out.
Right.
So as long as the stuff is getting done, and we're a unit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's two of us to equal one. So just as long as it's getting done, I'm traditional, but we make it work. We get it done at my house.
So you okay with sharing
Yeah,
roles?
absolutely.
But since you're so traditional, when you first got married, was it an issue? And then you guys kind of grew into kind of whoever do it type of thing?
I'm not going to say it really was an issue. My wife is really submissive, so she'll do what needs to be done. And at the same time, I am too. Like if she needs me to do it, I'll do it. But I don't think we ever really, we've never really been, you do this, I do that.
Okay.
We just
Cool.
get it done.
What about before y'all was married? Did y'all live together before y'all were married?
We did. We stayed together for a few years, and it was the same. It was just get it done.
Nothing really changed when y'all got married.
Just get it done. Yeah.
Okay.
I was traditional and I'm kind of split. So I was kind of like, hey, I was raised with two parents that was married for like 45 years. Both my parents was loving. I mean, never was anything going on in the house. But when I got married, I believe a woman can be an individual too. So I believe that she can be an individual. We help each other. And so you don't have to cook for me all the time. But I would like one meal, at least 1 or 2 meals. And that's why I'm divorced, because I didn't get no meal. All I wanted was one. Just one. Just one meal.
Period.
But no, I cook, I clean, I did everything. Raise the kids, take them to school because I own my business. So a lot of times I would do a little bit of everything. Okay. But I just kind of wanted to be reciprocated, and it was never reciprocated. So then I was just like, hey, since I'm doing this on my own, I might as well be on my own. That's the way I was kind of feeling. So. Okay. Yeah, I mean, hey.
Was that both times? Same situation?
It was both times. Norris shaking his head because he knows.
Norris telling your business.
It was both times. Both times it kind of was like that. And hey, I don't put all the blame on them. I put it on me too. Right. It's not like you didn't do this, you didn't do that. But it was just for those same incidents, I had someone that in both situations didn't really appreciate me as a whole. And so when you wasn't appreciated, you kind of step back. Okay, I'm just going to do the main roles I'm supposed to provide, take care of my kids, make sure there's a roof over their head, food on the table, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to be there for my kids. And I kind of left it like that after those situations because you're not feeling love back. Okay. So that's kind of what happened.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, got kind of real at the end.
That's what we want. That's what we want. Yes.
Keep it on.
On my end, we talk about traditional men, right, or traditional roles. What are some of the things that we really ask about the traditions? So we can go back into the traditional roles, like Nora said, the old school way and everything. The man went out and did. The woman stayed home. We really don't have that anymore. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we have both. Right now, especially 2022, we need both parents, or both individuals in the household to kind of bring it in and, hey, look, what you made today, let's go ahead and spread it out. So as far as the roles and everything else of that, just like Nora said, I agree. And same thing with Larry. You basically, you get in where you fit in, whoever's lacking, let's go ahead and pick up the other person's slack. Okay. And hey, show their appreciation, just like Larry was saying. Hey, I appreciate you taking out the trash. I forgot, or I was slipping on that or something like that. I took care of the dishes for you, or whatever the case is, and show that word of encouragement. You know what I'm saying, to the other significant other. Because that's very, very important.
Well, in your relationship though, was it tradition? She mostly, or were both of you guys just kind of like Nora saying, kind of 50-50 with it?
It started off 50-50, and then it dwindled, you know what I mean? Okay. So it would be, hey, I come straight in from work and still got my laptop bag on or something like that. The dishes ain't done. Baby girl home, so bag still on, I'm busting suds, because it's time to cook. It's time to, do whatever.
Right.
So, just like Larry was saying, you have men now that's taking care of themselves. They're gonna cook. They're gonna clean.
That's
You
true.
know, they're gonna cook and clean. They're gonna go do their own laundry and you know, put wherever they gotta put out as far as their dry cleaning and everything. So that we don't necessarily lean heavily on the females to do that because we do it ourselves. But at the same time, we do it for our significant others as well. Okay, and that's my take on it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, do you feel that men are supposed to pay and be the primary provider?
Not necessarily. Again, I'm married, so my situation is way different. It's a little different from everybody's else. So I got years invested. So we total 28 years, and so I shouldn't have to pay every single time. If we going out to eat, if I still got to pay after almost 30 years, like some, you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
like,
No,
that whole
that's
mindset
understandable.
and that whole thinking, you know what I'm saying, just
Yes.
it's old. Like
Yes,
we're not
right.
1 or 2 years in, so you know if you 1 or 2 years in, okay, maybe I can pay for all this, but we way in this thing.
Yeah.
So it don't matter where the money coming from.
Right.
As long as it's getting done, you know, it don't matter if I pay, she pay, somebody else pay. As long as we eating,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
As long as we being provided for.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you said, you are a unit.
Yeah, and that's my wife's favorite saying. We are one. We are one.
Yeah.
It used to irritate me when she said that because, but
There's
that's
no
her.
rule.
That's her
Yes.
thing. We are one. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
correct
Maze
word
concert.
to use.
Yeah.
Right.
What
The
did
whole
he
concept.
say?
Maze concept. Right. Yeah.
Larry.
Okay, when I was married, I did pay for everything. I was like my dad. My dad used to work multiple jobs, and he told me, hey, you a man, a woman can quit at any time from work. You still got to take care of the house. So that's what I was. But now, since I've been single, and I've been out here, I've been dating, and I've came across a lot of nice women. They offer to pay, but I still pay some of the meals. And then I let them pay, you know, after the third meal or so, if they want
You get
to.
the alligator on.
Yeah, no, it's not even alligator. It's not even the alligator arm. It's just like, if you even make the attempt to say, hey, you know what, I want to pay for your meal.
That's true.
I'll be like, wow, that's cool.
awesome.
But I'll still do it
Yeah.
myself.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
But just to have that assumption, like, hey, you know, I'll take care of an appetizer or something or whatever, that's still good with me, you know. But right now, no, I pay for the meals. It's good.
I was
It's just a
about to say,
meal, you know.
That's what I.
It's just a meal.
And I want to say,
It's
right.
just a meal. That's
Let me
it.
say this. Coming from a single lady, and you guys can chime in.
Mhm.
When I was dating, so forth and so on, men, I would, you know, you on this dating, you asking questions, you're trying to get to know this
Yeah.
person. A few guys, that was such a subject. Paying for a meal was such a big subject. So finally, I just said, well, do I just need to pay for? Do I need to pay for my own meal? Because I can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what's the big deal? And what it was, all of them had these horror stories.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
worse.
You know,
Yeah.
and then one of them was these chicks out here dating, they have a date 7 days a week. So that's 7 free meals. I'm like, you tripping about a meal?
A meal.
Yeah.
Just
But I think it should be
Just
a
a
shared responsibility because they're human just like we are.
Right.
as well.
Yes.
Not
So
a
just
problem.
even just like Larry was saying, you know,
Yeah.
just the mention of a woman
Just offering.
Offering, yeah.
even though
Yep.
he said he's going to pick it up anyway.
Anyway.
and
yeah.
I'm
I think
good with
you
that.
should be fair within that.
Mhm.
Right.
Because
I'm-
honestly, I'm one of those women like, okay, the first couple of days, okay, I think I'm going to see if he's going to pay up.
Right, right,
Right.
right.
About the third day, I offer up. He done paid for 2
Mhm.
meals.
Right.
He can handle
I'll
me
even
for 2
invite him
meals.
out. I'll say, hey, let's
Right.
meet. Oh, you know, I have
Mhm.
done
Right.
that. But when I'm not on that and not shit. I'm saying in this 2022, is that still a problem that men, because you guys gave some, I think, some good, fair answers.
Right.
I think all of y'all's thinking is on the right path.
Mhm.
But you do have those men out there that they tripping about paying for a meal. Even if she doesn't go out with you
Right.
again.
Right.
Is that
It's a
such
protective
big-
mechanism with some guys.
Okay.
Because they
Very
want to
much so.
see if you have that compassion in your heart for next time. Like,
Right, correct.
hey, are you going to be a ride or die, or are you just going to send me out here to dry and I just do it by myself? Let me see
Yeah.
if you got some good qualities too.
Okay.
So even if you just offer a meal, some dudes be like, okay, at least, hey, man,
Right.
she offered a
they
meal,
value
so she
that,
might
yeah.
be good.
So here it is
Yeah.
on the kind of piggyback off of him, what he's saying, just what you said, you got seven days a week on a guy and everything. So it's like, okay, well, was she hungry today? So she's gonna take some of this food back to her kids or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a good way to think of it.
but-
Now, that's
Yeah.
not how old boy was planning. It was just on the fact that he was feeling like chicks is meeting and dating, meeting up. Let's meet everywhere she want to go. Is always somewhere to eat. That's 7 feet free meals. I'm like, really? You tripping about the
Yeah.
girl?
And,
I mean,
and it's hard for us as well because we don't know the initial intention.
The
Intentions,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? We don't know the initial intention, so it's like, okay, well, are you just using me for a date? And that's the worst feeling that a man ever want to feel.
Okay.
Yes.
You, being used.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
So it's like, okay, are you just using because you really wasn't feeling me when we was on the phone. You
Okay.
text randomly
Okay.
on a Wednesday
Right.
or a Thursday,
But not
you know,
consistent.
and not consistent.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, you asking me what I'm doing today or what have you, and now all of a sudden you want to meet up and go get something to eat. So is it my number today or something like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate to downplay it like that, but
Yeah,
it's,
but no,
it's
That
kind
is
of it's
true.
kind of like that,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
It's like, oh well, man, you know, because everything is going. Just I know if we go gender roles, right, or gender, a lot of females like to overthink a lot of things. Men,
Yeah,
we're
we
very
do.
simple and just
Yeah.
keep it straight to the
yeah,
point.
it's straight
Now,
to the point. Mhm.
hey, we get a text message at Wednesday at 5:00. Hey, big head, what you doing? You know what I mean? What you doing later or something like that? I was thinking about going to get a drink or something or get something to eat. Are you down? Like, well, hold on, man. My phone been dry for about 2 weeks and everything from you.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's kind of like that too. So it's a lot of different ways that things can be played out, and we want to protect our emotions and our feelings as well. Although
That's understandable.
That's understandable,
females
and that's
don't think
fair.
that
And
we
you
don't.
should be allowed to do that. Totally not saying not to.
Correct.
I just felt like it was so funny though. Like this dude is continuing to talk about
Just
free
talk about
meals.
it.
So if I'm on a
Discussion.
date with you and you continue talking about all these chicks that you think that you done been out with and you feel like
She got scars.
you got a
Right,
free
right.
meal.
He hurt.
He's hurt.
Because I took my wallet out. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh no.
He's been hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
I like to hear nah, I got you. Like I like that every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
I
Of
do.
course. Who wouldn't?
I always pull my
I do
credit
too.
card out.
Because you
Even
guys
I
when
do
are
too.
human too.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Some women, we get that misconception that you guys are men. You're supposed to
Mhm.
be men.
Yeah.
You're supposed to stand up all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, majority of the time, I think men should, but it's okay for a woman sometimes to come to the front and say, you know what,
Yeah.
baby, it's okay, I got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got you. I like that.
It's-
And maybe half the time I may say, nah, that's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's just
just
knowing.
It's just
Yeah.
knowing.
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, when it comes to expressing your emotions, do you feel like you have to downplay yours in the sake of the woman's feelings?
Larry.
Oh
Larry.
Larry,
All right,
he
Larry.
touched on that earlier. You know
wow.
what I mean?
Okay. That's pretty
All right. So since I've been out here
Oh wow.
in these streets,
Oh, street, streets.
I don't show a lot of my emotions at the beginning. I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm harsh. I'm not saying I'm harsh, but I don't care a lot of times. So I'll go out, we have some good time, but if you don't call me, it's cool. If you don't text me, it's cool. Because I'm dating a lot of people, it doesn't matter. But I just don't give a lot of feelings because I've done that prior before. And then you show your emotions, you tell a person exactly what's going on with you, and they kind of use that as fuel.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'm just like, no, let's have a good fun. I'm gonna laugh with you. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do what we do, and then have fun. Keep it casual. Keep it good. But once it start getting to like relationships, at this point in time, I cut it off. It's just kind of like I go ghost sometimes. I'm just gonna be honest.
You're not ready for that.
So if they start
No.
showing feelings towards you, you cut them off.
Basically, yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah.
So if a dude starts texting me, it's because he like, oh, she liked me too much. I gotta cut her.
No,
No.
matter of fact, I'll give one example.
Perry said no.
He said no.
I give one example. I had one that I was like, man, I'm really feeling her. Everything checked.
Okay.
She was on the same kind of business level as me, had the same drive, everything. We was going just perfect.
So all the check box.
All the boxes, I said, you know what, I'm gonna quit talking to other women,
Okay.
cut them all off, and we're just focusing on her. But then a situation came that I saw the insensitive. And once I saw the insensitivity, I was like, nah, I can't do that anymore. Because of the two hurts that went through, it gives you PTSD.
Okay.
So you start oh no, I remember how that felt before, and I don't want to feel like that no more. And it was a devastating thing that happened with me. So it was just like, wow, if you're insensitive about this, I can imagine if we get into a further relationship, I'm pretty much out on my own like I was before. So then I rolled it back, cut it off.
So you do protection mode, basically.
Yeah, I do protection mode. If I don't see exactly what I want, I cut it off.
Okay.
We don't see a conversation.
I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know Larry is telling the truth. We just had this conversation a week ago.
Okay.
So Larry over here being honest.
Honest, man, honest.
Yes.
Gotta be honest, man. Yeah.
And what you gonna do if one of them see this show?
Huh?
What you gonna do if one of
He
them
don't
see this
care.
show?
He said he don't care.
If she what again?
If you see sister,
If one of them see this show, one of them that you done cut off.
I mean, because it's the truth. I'm always honest. I'm honest with every one of them.
That
I'm
is
honest.
Yeah, he's
I'm
honest about it.
Honestly, I'm
He's
so
honest
respectful
about
of
it.
that.
I'm honest.
I appreciate it. Like,
I'm
not
honest.
on it.
At the very beginning, they asked me. One of them, I don't want to say the names or nothing
Yeah,
because
no.
no.
Of
course
But she asked me at the beginning. She said, "Larry, what is your MO with women?" And I told him, I said, "Hey, I put them in 3 categories.
Okay.
If you cool and we keep it respectful, I'll keep you in my phone. If you act crazy, I'll let you go.
Okay.
And I'll block
A lot of
you.
energy.
If it's another one, I'll go ghost on you. So I'm always
So
honest.
What's the other?
What's the third?
He's so cool, crazy, and ghost.
That's ghost, yeah.
All right, I got
Cool,
it.
crazy, and
Cool,
ghost.
crazy ghost.
Because I'll ghost
Ooh,
on you.
crazy. Go.
Like as soon as I see something that I feel like no one's perfect.
Right.
Correct.
I
None of us
feel
are.
like no one's
None
perfect.
of us are.
But I feel like everyone should have a moral compass.
Correct.
Yes.
And if I see that moral compass is totally off, then I'm not even gonna deal with it. I'm all about positivity. So once the negativity comes, I'm out. So it's just kind of how it was. And so she asked me, and I told her, yeah. So she was down with it. She was like, hey, what do you feel about marriage? And that was another thing because I've been married twice. So I don't even see myself getting married again. I don't see myself walking down the aisle. I don't see any of that.
Third time is a charm, though.
No, that's crazy. The probability is nuts.
So you don't feel like the woman for you, you haven't met her yet.
That's true too. I haven't felt the click. Maybe that's what it is. But in my mind, I feel like I'm on that 75% of devastation. If I get married again, it's gonna fall 3 times. I just don't see myself getting
But you
married.
said positivity.
It is. So I want to keep it positive. So I stay single.
You gotta be optimistic.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
Something to say.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
Perry.
good.
Go ahead.
You good?
we want everybody. We want everybody.
Everybody
to
got
answer
songs.
these
Yeah,
questions.
go ahead.
Go ahead, nurse.
He keep passing it off.
Hey.
Bro, you already passed it once.
Mary.
You gotta pass it. Now you gotta go.
It's
So,
all right.
what? Can we refer back to the question because Larry done
Yeah.
took us around the
I
world.
told y'all. I
Larry done took us
told.
around the
I
world.
told.
When it comes to expressing your emotions,
Mhm.
do you feel like you have to downplay yours
Okay.
for the woman?
I do. If, say, for instance, we in the middle of something, we at each other, and she's trying to say what she wants to say, and she's really over the top with it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's really letting me know this is my issue. This is this, and I want to say what I want to say, but she's if I say what I want to say after she says what she wants to say, it almost complicates it.
Yeah.
So I'll step back and just kind of let her have her, emotional outbursts and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll agree with it. Maybe I'll say some words to kind of console her, but I don't get a chance to say, okay, this is why I was tripping and certain things like that. Because if I did say that at that moment, it may be something that she doesn't need to hear at that time.
Right.
So I'll step back
Okay.
and kind of let her have her emotional outbursts and all of that.
But damn, I would hate
But do
to-
you come back later with it? Or do you just hold it in the entire time and let it go?
It
Let it rock?
depends. It depends.
See, that's what I'm being just, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. See, we're all single, basically.
Right.
Mhm.
But I would hate for my man to feel like he can't
open up.
express.
Yeah.
It's not
Because
it's me
what's gonna
saying,
happen
yeah.
is you keep holding, you are gonna blow up at me, and
Right,
you're gonna
right.
say something, and I'll be like, "That was last
Like
year."
I
when you brought
understand
it
your
back then."
point of
Yeah.
not wanting to escalate the situation
Correct.
at the
Right.
time,
Correct.
but I still feel like when she calms down, you should still
Right.
Yeah,
At
come
some
with
point,
it. Yeah.
At some point, I'll try to say what I need to say. But while she's up here in that
Mhm.
moment,
It's not gonna work.
if I say
She's
she's
not
not going to hear anything,
Right.
if you
Right.
real mad at me right now and I try to tell you something,
Yeah,
you
you're
probably
not
won't hear
hearing
nothing I say.
You're not hearing it
You know what I'm saying?
at
Mhm.
So
all.
That's true.
So when reasonable heads prevail later, you can kind of I can kind of say, man, listen, this is what was up. This is what was up. This is it.
Mhm.
But if two hot heads is going at each other, ain't nobody heard nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. I still
And we've
feel-
had those times where she say what she want to say, and I say what I want to say, and then like later on, it's like we never even had that
argument.
We never
Okay.
even had it.
I just still feel really bad being in previous relationships. Like, did that happen? Was we getting into it? And that person, you didn't verbalize to me, because then I don't know. Then how, if I don't know how you really felt, or you had an issue with something that I did or said, whatever it was
correct it.
about,
Yeah.
how am I gonna correct it?
Right.
Well, are you at that point, just like what Norris was saying, are you accepting to hear what we're saying?
I would have to be.
You know
Then
what I
you
mean?
just heard me fussing. Then you see what I'm saying?
But
if
that's
you
not how it
already up
is.
there.
Like you say, I would have to be, but
Right.
that's not how it always
But
is.
we don't get to have to be. We get to, hey,
Yeah.
we're fixers. You know what I mean? We're fixers. So we're gonna listen to everything
Yeah.
that you're saying. So we're gonna take into what you're saying. We're not gonna be able to express everything that we need to. Hey, babe, I hear you what you're saying. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Hey, I tell you what. Let me go. Let me go. You want something to eat? Whatever, and kind of downplay that whole situation. Let her cool off. And if you come back from bringing some food back or something like that, and then, all right, look, can we continue the conversation? No, I don't want to continue this. And I said what I had to say. Well, I didn't get to say anything. You know what I mean? I didn't get to say anything. Or you just try to, kind of slide it in and be like, hey, listen, earlier what you were saying, can you just listen? I don't want to talk about it. And then she shut down or something like that.
Right.
I don't want to talk about it. I want to move past it or whatever. Well, you didn't hear anything I said. So, and then at that point, yes, we do bottle it in, but at the same time, a man can really and truly carry the load of his family, on his shoulders and continue to go.
Right.
We're not as, and I hate to say these words, but we're not as petty when 5 months later and everything's to that, we throw it back into your face.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna, hey, I heard what you said. I heard, listen to everything, and I took my accountability in that conversation. Okay, I'm gonna move forward, and hey, I know what not to do again, and how to poke whatever triggers that you may have.
Yeah.
So we basically go ahead and just, we get our backpack and, okay, sure, she said that, what she said, I'm gonna throw it in there. I try to take something out. I couldn't. All right, let me put it back in and go about our business, because we found other outlets to go ahead and channel that energy, channel that emotion. If it's playing basketball, playing baseball, whatever. So that's where we go and take that out at, and not bring it home. Because, just as well as our emotions and everything at work, we try to, I don't know about these guys, I may be in the car for about 30 minutes just so I don't bring that energy from work home.
Right.
And it's hard sometimes, but as a man, gender, traditional, right? We just trying to channel all that stuff and just kind of just compact it in, and then just go ahead and we take it out on the basketball court or wherever we got to do, just to go ahead and release it. Okay, cool. Take a ride. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard, but
feels-
it's just literally, okay, how can I make her happy? Because as long as she's good, then I'm really and truly good. If she's smiling or she's not, you didn't do this, oh, okay, no problem. Let me go ahead and help out whatever I can.
It just says it feels so like a trap. I mean, the way they're talking, you have to think about.
I think it's kind of an annoyance for me because I'm a communicator. So what I have experienced, honestly, in my previous relationships is that normally it's like trying to get the man to actually speak up and talk. So I'm gonna voice what I need to say. Obviously, I do feel like I'm supposed to go first and voice whatever I need to say, but then I'm trying to dig it out of that person. They normally shut down on me. Why is it that men normally shut down though when a woman is trying to dig that information out of them or trying to get an understanding?
Because at that moment, I'm opening the door for you to tell me
and express your emotions.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't get the words together.
Okay.
In the sensitive way that you will be. It's not. We could talk amongst men and just be straight up. Hey man, look, man, we could talk straight at each other.
Okay.
And we can understand that language. We can understand that vernacular. But the moment that we kind of just gotta be a little bit more tender when we're speaking to our partners. And the reason why is because, hey, the moment that we say the wrong word or not say it the right way, you're gonna eat it up. You know what I mean? You're eating it up, and you're gonna be like, well, what you mean you did it? hold on, I didn't mean it that way. I know I said it, but I didn't mean it that way. So you guys listen to every single sentence
Yeah, we
and
do.
every word.
Yes,
we
Yeah,
do.
Which is
We
why
do.
I think it's so important
We do.
to not entrap. And I'm not saying every time it's some kind of miscommunication
Right.
between us that you do that, but not have that. Because also what that does, that holding it in and taking it out outside the house, that leads to cheating. You see what I'm saying? That leads to you're not even really communicating with the person. Communicating with the person there. You know what I'm saying?
I was committed.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just
But I
saying,
understand what you're saying.
you know, he's
yeah.
saying like you go
It
play
could be.
basketball, you
It
play,
could be.
you know, then you're gonna go
Because you get somebody else listening to you.
right,
And then
Yeah.
you're able to feel
So if I
comfortable.
come to you
Yeah.
as my man and I
Right.
say, can
I-
I know, babe, because because I can tell you up this, okay? But I've gotten, like, especially when I was younger, but I have always came back. I go and I think about it. Because I have a traditional mind too, like, dang, I told him down,
Tone down.
right? So
Mhm.
I come back and I say, look, I know this is what I said, you know, tell me how you was feeling or whatever, whatever it is. And I ain't got nothing to say.
Because
know
we don't
that-
want to be tore down again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
We don't
what I'm
tell them
doing,
again.
that's what I'm saying. You're not going to get torn down again because I'm coming and saying, I know I was wrong. So you have the freedom now to say what it is.
And we
you need to
appreciate
say.
that.
Well,
Until next time.
there is strength in sisterhood.
And support in sisterhood.
Bye.
Bye.